On this episode of The Balancing Act, how a new dress can make you feel confident, plus high-quality therapy for all walks of life. We're going to show you how to plan the best vacation by using travel agents, and there's nothing better than a day at the spa. All of this and much more on The Balancing Act.
If you're looking for inspiration for something new to try, our next story is right up your alley.
Your wardrobe says a lot about you. A blouse could show who you're meeting with, and a dress could tell what event you're attending.
We define fashion as a feeling most confident self. We want our customers to freely express themselves and gain courage and feel the best wearing Gracia pieces wherever they are. Gracia wants to be there with you to support through the personal journey. Gracia pieces reflect today's women of all different backgrounds, either stay-home moms, TV program hosts, beauty contestants, and national leaders.
Located in the heart of New York City, Gracia Fashion has all types of ladies' apparel, from skirts and dresses to unique blouses and tops. Their mission is to provide comfortable couture style to women of all ages. You want to look your best, but more importantly, feel your best. And Gracia Pieces can help.
Gracia is a company owned by a family that started as a wholesaler 30 years ago. Now, it's a fashion brand that 3 generations are working together. We are constantly learning, adapting this new generation that changes fast. The family had opportunity to be exposed to different cultures. Originally from South Korea, we immigrated to South America before moving to New York. What makes Gracia style unique is that it's a fusion of different cultures. Gracia as a ladies' apparel, it's available at department stores, local boutiques, and at our e-commerce website. Our style is a statement-making piece. They bring timeless edge to your closet, but made with comfort in mind. We understand that being a woman of this day and age encompass different roles and activities. We believe that comfort is right and should not be compromised in beautiful clothing. Our style is a statement pieces.
Tops, skirts, pants, dresses, jackets, everything you need for the perfect outfit. Gracia Fashion incorporates unique cultures with current fashion trends. It's all about wearable confidence.
Our goal is to bring out confidence in every woman through the clothes that she wears and create a community of strong women.
So now it's time to go shopping. New style, new you. For more information about Gracia and their fashion-forward clothing, visit graciafashion.com or just go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
For those suffering from depression, anxiety, or trauma, finding the right mental health treatment option is imperative. We visit the Institute for Personal Growth to learn more.
According to the World Health Organization, more than 264 million people suffer from depression worldwide. That number is bigger than the entire population of Brazil.
You know, a major difficulty that I think goes through many things, and I'm sure within the conversation today, it's probably all going to be woven with kind of the same thread, is really a lot of people don't want to talk. And it's not only that they don't want to talk, I think that there's this belief that we can't talk. You know, whether male, female, you know, any box of an individual that you want to check off. But the reality is the help's out there.
In my mind, when somebody has a problem with depression or anxiety or some other mental health disorder, it's really as if their higher self is knocking at the door saying, you need to change. It's time to change and you need to pay attention. And if you pay attention to these symptoms and really figure out what they're about, there's a promise of an improved life and a broadened perspective that comes as a result of psychotherapy.
Since 1983, the Institute for Personal Growth has been providing compassionate mental health services to people of all walks of life. Their multiple locations throughout New Jersey and online therapy options allow them to reach practically everyone in the tri-state area.
The Institute for Personal Growth, aka IPG, was founded by a pioneering psychologist named Margie Nichols. She saw a great need for psychotherapy for the LGBT population. And since then, it has grown enormously and has really been an institution in the state of New Jersey.
While sex therapy is one of the specialties I was able to develop while working here, well, people come in for sex therapy to address sexual issues and concerns. And so it's a very in-depth counseling where it gets very detail-based around how their physical well-being and their mental health, and I specifically say health because it's really about like how they are living in a way that helps them to be healthy and able to be contributing positively in a relationship, and also the nature of the relationship. How is their relationship affecting them in terms of their ability to be open and to be vulnerable and to share in intimate experiences.
So when we think of therapy, we think of helping through the process. The school districts now are incorporating into their curriculum the SEL piece, which is the social emotional learning, teaching conflict resolutions, teaching them how to share, how to express emotions appropriately, and the decision-making skills that goes along with that. So when we think about how to bring these things together in terms of how I want to work with my clients and with my students, I want to be able to have them feel comfortable enough. And I know that if I talk to my therapist, because she understands, it's going to be better. And maybe, we can get to the other side.
The think your way out of it mentality, the problem is that it's a problem. And it's a problem that's unfortunately as old as time. When we say just deal with it, let's say right now I fall on the ground. What's going to happen is you guys are probably going to panic. You're going to say, call an ambulance, help this person. Most likely you're not going to look at me and say, oh, just get through it, you'll be okay. Or if my arm's broken, oh, toughen up, you'll be all right, just get through it. So I think that it is very essentially a toxic message to people, and it's not realistic or healthy. One of the first things that I say to all my clients when I'm starting the first session is I make it very clear to them that I'm not here in any way, shape, or form to judge them. I'm here to help you to the best of my ability, and if I'm not the right person to help you, my job is to connect you to the right person to help you.
To learn more about the Institute for Personal Growth, or if you're interested in seeking help, visit their website, ipgcounseling.com, or go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
Hey, are you planning a vacation? Well, there's no reason to stress. Our guests are here today, and they're here to help you with all your travel needs. Greg and Sandy, they are co-founders of Haute Explore Luxury Travel. Welcome. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you for having us. It's a pleasure to be here.
Absolutely. What got the two of you into this business?
I was lucky. I grew up in the hotel business. My father opened managed 8 of the first 10 Four Seasons hotels, so my siblings and I guess essentially had the benefit of living in and around Four Seasons hotels for the first half of our lives.
Come on with your bad stuff. Yeah.
Not a bad lifestyle.
Not a bad lifestyle.
It's a little bit better than military lifestyle. The food was better and the accommodations were nicer.
Absolutely. And what about you? What got you into it?
I began in the hotel industry as well in New Orleans. I'm originally from New Orleans. Collectively, we have over 40 plus years of travel industry business together.
Well, a lot of people like myself, think that they can plan their own vacation. And why should they really stop that and start considering talking to a travel agency?
Well, now, especially post-pandemic, a lot of rules have changed with regards to travel and where you can go, when to test, when not to test. That's why you would come to us. We handle all of that. We're pretty much the easy button. We operate 24/7 in a discreet manner, so everything is hands-on. We touch everything from start to finish.
So do you suggest places that you have relationships with, or do you work out relationships? I'm looking at, there's the Great Pyramids behind you and other places like that. But do you have relationships with the places that you suggest?
Yes, so we have, over the last 30 years, met with general managers, owners, been to trade shows, meeting literally the best hotel owners and general managers from around the world. We have put partnerships in place so that when our clients come and visit those hotels, they're treated extra special.
Yes, it's always good to have someone to expect you when you arrived. Absolutely. I always say it's good to say, hello, Mr. Williams, it's so nice to have you here.
It makes all the difference in the world. Are you kidding me?
Absolutely.
You know, when you greet me when I walk in the door that way, rather than saying, excuse me, do you have a reservation? Oh, yes. You know what I mean? And you weed out all of the chaff, so to speak.
Exactly,
right? Absolutely.
Exactly.
Well, look, when you're planning a vacation for, let's say, an individual or a family, what's your goal?
Your happiness, my client's happiness, that you're getting the vacation or the holiday that you expected or that you wanted.
You know, we are coming out of COVID, and I got to tell you, like the last couple of weeks, I've been to a couple cities, and I will tell you the honest truth, my hotel experiences have not been the best in any of them. Why? Because, you know, I'm paying full price for a room, and yet the person at the front desk is telling me, well, we're not going to clean your room for 3 days. We're not going to change your towels for 3 days. Excuse me? You better step up to the plate. I mean, is this going to stop sometime soon?
It will stop, and this is why you go to us. If you come to a situation like that where you're not getting the service you expect, we'll take care of it.
And this is something you take care of even before I even go on a trip, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow, well, I think it's vacation time coming up. If people wanted to get more information, where would they go?
HauteExplore.com, HauteExplore.com.
Well, you guys are wonderful. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, if you want more information, you can always go to our website, thebouncingAct.com. We'll be back right after this. In need of some pampering? Here's some inspiration.
Blake Lively once said, the most beautiful thing you can wear is confidence. Some people gain confidence after purchasing a new outfit or new shoes, but the best confidence comes when you walk out of the salon feeling renewed and refreshed.
Back in the day, it could have been more considered like a high maintenance thing, but now it's also all about hygiene, about keeping yourself clean. You look beautiful. When you're done, you feel more put together.
Manicures, pedicures, a new set of lashes, massages. Posh Spa and Nail provides every salon service to help you feeling refreshed and relaxed.
So we're celebrating our 20-year anniversary. We have 3 stores across the Fairfield County. We started as a very small nail salon, but then now we've actually grown into a large spa. We provide plenty of services like massages, facials, lashes. We do lash lifts, brow laminations, and whatever a client needs. Everybody lives in such a fast-paced world, and with COVID lately, it's been hard and it's a struggle for everyone. Just to be like everything back to normal again. But for the clients to come in, get a nice massage, get a nice facial, anything to just put a bounce back into their step to make things feel a little normal again.
I've been working here, I think, close to 18 years. First, I started doing nails. So in past, the French was very popular. Now there's so much variety of choices. So I started doing just that, permanent French, and that was what most women wanted it. It was very bold, but back then that was popular. And then once the eyelash became really popular, we realized that, hey, we have to stay forward on top of this. And so I jumped in, and I think around 7 years ago, I started doing it, and definitely it was a big hit. So this is Posh. We have everything. You name it, we have everything. We never turn the customer around. Even they'll come in and say, hey, do you have this? And we'll say, you know what, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out and we'll make it happen.
I probably found them 7 or 8 years ago, maybe even longer. And just by word of mouth, somebody had mentioned that it was a really clean, friendly environment. And so I popped in and loved it right from the beginning. I do my eyelashes once a week, mainly because I can relax and somebody massages my feet while I'm doing it. So that's like my hour of me time. It's a nice experience. It's very friendly, welcoming, not rushed. It's just for me, it's a very relaxing environment. I like it.
We're women. We're allowed to be beautiful, and you know, sometimes they always say that, oh, we don't have time for ourselves. You know, I'm busy. You know, like I wish there was something more, you know, efficient and quick. Well, there's no such thing as like that. But coming to Posh means you could be yourself. You don't have to be someone's mother. You don't have to be someone's wife. You could just be yourself.
I feel like we live in such a fast-paced environment that, you know, I'm always rushing. I'm rushing and I'm jumping in and out of the car all the time, and I'm on the go. When I walk into Posh, I literally relax, and I know that it's my time for me.
Ready to book your next spa day and get your confidence back? Visit their website, poshct.com, or go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
Safety should always be our #1 priority. Our next story has some great advice.
Water safety should always be a top priority, and learning to swim absolutely saves lives. Just ask a former captain of the Olympic swim team.
I swam on the 1996 and 2000 Olympic teams, winning a gold and bronze medal, and I captained the 2000 team. My husband and I decided to start Sweet Blue Swim Academy. We're later in life entrepreneurs. His background is in higher education, my background is in swimming, and so we really married our skills to come together to build this swim school in Fairfield County. It's not just about learning to swim, it's about building self-knowledge, self-confidence, and resiliency.
Why is this important? The statistics say it all.
Drowning is the #1 cause of preventable death for kids up to the age of 4, and #2 for the kids up to the age of 12. Formal swimming lessons can actually decrease the risk of drowning by 88%, and more often than not, adults think they can swim better than they really can. American Red Cross states that 56% of adults can't swim well enough to save themselves. I'm a former competitive swimmer myself, and I'm still very humbled by the open water. So I would say that swimming isn't just a sport, it's also a survival skill as well.
Always have an eye on your children when they are in the water, in the bathtub, or anywhere near water. It's so important. That's probably the most important layer, besides then getting them into swim classes to create another layer of defense and drowning prevention.
Anyone can learn how to swim, even adults.
We literally start with classes for as young as 2 to 4 months old. That's more water acclimation, but our real swimming starts from 4 months old, and we go up to adults. And it really depends on what age you are. We focus on where someone is developmentally and how we approach it. So up to 4 years, it's about drowning prevention, and then we get more into technique and perfecting strokes as you get older. So the most typical age that we see here at our swim school is between the ages of 2 to 6 years old. But we do have, I have to tell you, as young as just before 1 year of age. And as the American Pediatric Association says, you should be starting swim lessons by the age of 1 with your children. A swim lesson for a 1-year-old is going to be very different for an adult. For a 1-year-old, we're really looking at drowning prevention, teaching the safety of you have to always be with an adult in the water, how to get them back to the wall, how to hold their breath underwater. And then as you get older and we can talk to you and you have the intellectual capacity, and I'm talking like 6, 7 is when that really starts, that we'll talk to you a little bit more about, you know, the physics of swimming and the side breathing and going into different strokes like butterfly and breaststroke. With adults, we can start anywhere from teaching them to learn to swim. We wouldn't treat them like a 1-year-old, but we're going to talk to them about breath control. It's the most important piece and pillar of learning to swim is you have to be able to put your face in the water.
Their methods are unique.
All of our instructors are previous competitive swimmers. We all have to go through a 20 to 30 hour training program to ensure our method is consistent amongst all of us. The coolest thing about my job is seeing how excited these kids are to come swim with us. And we know that they're growing and their confidences are growing, and I think that's the most fulfilling part of our jobs. If you were a former competitive swimmer and you love teaching kids and you love the water, please reach out to us. We'd love you to join the team. We want to teach as many kids as possible in the water.
And really, wherever you look to swim, we might not be for everybody. You should make sure that the teaching method resonates with how you would approach it if you want to learn to swim.
For more information about Sweet Blue Swim Academy, visit sweetblueswim.com or just go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
A truly inspiring story. And here's another one.
For so many, quality of life is connected to physical wellness, independence, and mobility. And yet, a recent study indicates a significant percentage of adults report feeling limited by chronic pain. Today on The Balancing Act, we'll see how one U.S. Army veteran returned from service feeling inspired to support her community with therapeutic healthcare.
In the military, I was a mechanic. I fixed small and big and large engines, 5-ton trucks. That required me to have a lot of strength, a lot of repetitive movements and so on. Got a lot of injuries. And because of those injuries, when I got out of the military, I started Wholeperson Therapeutics. And here we provide chronic care for individuals living in the community. Our three major service categories is pain management, physical rehabilitation, and occupational therapy.
Barbara was moved by the needs she saw while serving abroad. Inspired, she made a personal pledge to improve the quality of life for people living stateside in her community.
Barbara has always been available whenever I've needed her. I've had problems with my lower back, my shoulders, my elbows, my wrists. I had trigger finger, and she's been able to treat them all so that I can continue with enjoying my life.
What sets Barbara apart is her heart, and it's like no other. She is focused on making everything about them feeling better.
Wholeperson Therapeutics has sought to provide healthcare solutions across an encompassing range of needs in service of its community.
We practice using 3 pillars of care: our clinical expertise, our holistic care, as well as our state-of-the-art technology. Our treatment process is really simple. We make sure that the intake paperwork is completed prior to your arrival, so that gives us more time to have one-to-one with you and have conversations. Upon the completion of the paperwork, we use evidence-based assessments to determine the best approach for your treatment and find the core cause of your illness. We complete the task analysis and create an occupational profile, collaborating with you as to how we will proceed with treatment.
Well, Barbara is amazing. I had back pain, and I was really in pain. I couldn't even get up. When I came in, Barbara was very calm. She made me feel very welcome. It wasn't just the treatment that I received, but it was also the knowledge that came with it.
Not lost at Wholeperson Therapeutics is an understanding that the client experience is at the heart of their healing and revitalization.
We cover everyone who's on a daily basis have repetitive motions, uses poor postures to perform their activities, and really needs some assistance. Not everyone has the time to make an appointment for medical office. Our doors are open for these individuals with chronic conditions.
They recognize the courage of their clients to overcome challenges and is there for them, offering expertise, cutting-edge therapies, and moral support.
We are excited about our future and what we're creating and what we're growing into. To see people getting out of pain, being the key that unlocks the cause of their pain where no one else can do that for them. I think we're doing great and wonderful things, not just in a physical world of business, but on a spiritual level as well.
To learn more about ways in which you might be able to enhance your quality of life, visit WPTcares.com and, of course, visit our website, thebalancingact.com.
There's so much incredible work undertaken by nonprofit organizations right on our doorstep. Take a look at this.
Did you know we have an arts incubator that helps artists collaborate and grow? It's called Satellite Collective, and together they're developing new artists who aim high and achieve success. Here's how it works.
Satellite Collective is an arts incubator. That's a concept that we originated when we formed the company. So we develop opportunities, and that could be on the stage, it could be written work, film, music composition. We develop those opportunities because we grow artists. We work with many different art forms because there are many different ways to tell a story. Sometimes dance and music can bring that together. Other times we bring in spoken word and film. So the opportunities for many different artists to join in that creative process are core to what we do.
I am a photographer and a filmmaker. I find inspiration in working with choreographers, dancers, composers. I love collaborating with other artists.
They're a creative, inclusive, and diverse group.
Layla Jana says it best. Talent is distributed equally, opportunity is not. I want Satellite to be an equity engine. I've had the pleasure of welcoming artists from the large cultural institutions in New York City Ballet, Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater, the Juilliard School, and we look to individuals in these large cultural institutions to give them opportunities to produce original works from the ground up. For example, our production of Echo and Narcissus tells the story from Echo's point of view. We go through the journey of her pain, and in the end, she doesn't need a man.
Their new Fellows program is unlike anything else in the world of arts.
My name is Philip Stoddard, and I have the pleasure of serving as the Director of Fellowships with Satellite Collective. But before I was involved in a leadership capacity, I actually was a fellow myself. So a few years ago, I was leaving Juilliard. I had earned both degrees in the music division and the drama division. And coming out of school, I needed some support making my creative visions come true. And so I had this incredible relationship developed with Satellite where they helped me produce, organize, and fundraise for 11 projects in my first 12 months out of school.
In terms of fundraising, artists teaching each other what has succeeded for them while using the tools that we've provided has turned out to be a very powerful community building.
And together, through initiatives like our Global Arts Exchange telephone game, we meet and connect artists all across the world.
What we've learned with the Satellite Fellows is that the sharing and the community building is a very important aspect of the whole experience, and we believe that we can offer that on a national level at this time.
Satellite Circle has multiple benefits of joining. We offer favorable fiscal sponsorship rates for artists. We offer business mentorship in growing and sustaining your arts business, as well as having new avenues to expand your support network, all within an artist-driven, inclusive environment that's really community-oriented.
Satellite Collective has entered a transformational period. Satellite Circle represents to us the opportunity to meet and work with a whole new generation of artists.
And we're really excited to meet you and hopefully welcome you into our circle very soon.
For more information, visit satellitecollective.org or go to our website, thebalancingact.com.
Thanks so much for joining us on this local edition of The Balancing Act. We'll see you next time.